Yes. Mom Academy family. How we all doing? Hope you all doing great. Hope you all doing amazingly out there. It's God Flow Friday. You know how we do. You know the vibes. You know how it goes. So this week, I'd like to touch upon the topic of seed retention. Obviously, it's been a while since I've touched upon it. I'd like to bring you a couple of pointers, a couple of, let's say, facts about the journey that I decided to embark upon. And it's been, I would say, close to a year, almost a year now. I've been concentrating on preserving my seed and retaining the seed, you know, just busting it. Let's say, do you know what I mean? Don't like to say it that way, but let's say release, for lack of better word. So yeah, one of the most obvious signs is definitely an uptick on the levels of testosterone and vitality. Obviously, the seed carries a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins, a lot of different vital essences that are pretty much needed as a man, as a human being. It is these minerals and vitamins are most definitely vital to cognitive function, physical function, strength, endurance, stamina, everything that goes with the normal functioning of the human body. So most definitely at the gym, it's been crazy. It's been I'm gonna say it's been amazing, because I'm not needing to put so much effort into whatever exercises I'm doing. So it comes to a point where I'm literally just performing at levels that to me were unknown, and I'm tapping into bits of virility that I haven't really tapped into before. So most definitely the strength is there, the ambition is crazy. Obviously, this is life force, and by preserving it, you're just gonna, at least I can speak from my own experience, I'm just feeling way more powerful, way more stronger than ever before, and way more resilient. Regardless, it just comes to a point where I'm just pushing weight at the gym and shooting at the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? Next one would be The lizard brain. Lizard brain, I'll explain it in my own words, is that second thought that you get. It's basically that little guy at the back of your mind who's just saying, well, there's no... Can we chill today? Can we not do it? Can we, instead of going to the gym, can we just have a lazy day? Can we not do what we need to? Do you get what I mean? I'm using the gym as a example because most of us will face this. Let's not lie to ourselves. We'll face the second thought and the little doubt that we shouldn't have of, oh, should I go to the gym or should I just call it a day off? Should I not do it today? Should I not do what I'm supposed to do today? And obviously, by seed retention and by preserving the alchemy, I can tell you the lizard brain is pretty much non-existent. I have my first thoughts and I act upon it without second guessing it and second guessing myself. So, to explain in a better word, the accountability, self-accountability, and the perseverance and the self-doubt and the second thoughts are way lesser on seed retention. There's no comparison to, let's say, times where I was very sexually active and I didn't have the same go in me. However, even then, when I was pretty much very enslaved, let's say, to my carnal desires, or where I was in a relationship, let's say, I was obviously active, sexually active, but I still had a lot of go in me. I still had that inner power and inner strength to still go to the gym, still get what I needed to get done. But, however, it was not as an uptick in strength, in virility, in ambition, and presence. It just weren't as prominent, even though I still got it done. But of course, energy levels at the end of the day were pretty much non-existent because my energy was leaking everywhere. So as a man, you gotta come to the realization that, yeah, you can release, but you won't perform at the utmost best levels, at the utmost best function. Next one would be, like I said before, ambition is at all-time high. I just feel like, I know that whatever is meant for me, I shall do what's possible and impossible to get it, to attain it, and to manifest it. And talking of manifestations, whilst on retention and whilst retaining your seeds, you are not so attached to the outcome of whatever endeavors that you might embark upon. So by saying that is to say that by not being attached to the outcome, by not being so attached to the result that might occur from the action that you're putting in, you manifest it much quicker. So it comes into reality, it comes into fruition much quicker, because you're not so worried of what might come of this, what might come of your input, what might come of your action, what might come of your endeavor. So you're present in the moment, and you're able to focus, you're able to have mental clarity, you're able to perform at a much higher rate than before, when you were leaking energy and when you were not being your best self, your higher self. And yeah, I can say that manifestation is much quicker on seed retention. This is a practice that goes back thousands and thousands of years. Let's not be ignorant to the fact that many cultures and many even religions have practiced the same practice of seed retention and the same practice of retaining the life force, in order to be more present, in order to be more clear of your purpose. So in the present years that we're going through, we tend to be more attached to the little pleasures and the dopamine hits that give you the pleasure for 15-20 minutes, and then it's all gone, and you're back to your low self, you're back to feeling foggy, you're back to feeling depleted, you're back to feeling like things are mundane. And by raising your vibration and retaining your seeds, it's way simpler to do what's needed. Do what you need to, not what you want to. And by being on seed retention and restoring my dopamine, literally resetting my dopamine, it's been so much easier to know exactly what I need and abstain from what I want. So that's another big part of seed retention. And next one would be the most popular topic, I would say, at least in my opinion, is the fact that you become eye candy. And I would like to put it into better words by way of saying that obviously we are mammals, aren't we? So by that same analogy, I'd like to basically say that if you're not procreating and if you're not releasing, your body is just going to a state of making you more attractive. That means it will make you release pheromones. It will make you fuller of life. It will make you fuller as in you're more muscular. And if you're doing the right thing, like going to the gym, obviously by having more strength, you're going to apply that to each and every exercise. And whilst exercising, obviously you are releasing all sorts of fluids, as in you sweating, and by saying that you like some people profusely sweat, some people not so much, but we all different. It's all into each one's makeup. And yes, I can say that by my own experience, there is quite the uptick in the attraction by the opposite sex. And it all comes into play where you're carrying yourself different. At least I know I'm carrying myself different. I walk different, I stand different, I sit different even. And it's all down to the life force that's in me. And you will literally have a different shine to you. You have a different brightness to you. And this is not to be rude or anything, but most people are releasing. It is what it is. It is proven that most men out here aren't preserving their life force. And by that same analogy, it ties right into, if you preserving your seeds, you're present in the moment, you're centered, you've got tunnel vision, you know exactly what you want. If you're in the gym, you're actually working out. You're not there just looking for a piece of ass. Let's just call it that. And by not being so centered in the outside world and not being pulled by external energies and being easily swayed by the external world, you are going to be set apart. Does it make sense? Because you're not acting, you're not reacting as everyone is around you. So by that same analogy, it just ties right into your focus, your clarity, your tunnel vision, and the opposite sex will most definitely pick up on that like quick. And it's crazy out here. It is crazy because, at least in my own experience, I can tell you that it's been an eye-opening experience where I'm so present and I'm so focused and I'm so tunnel visioned in to the point where I'm attracting all kinds of attention, where I'm not even putting the effort in to be seen or to be noticed or to be attractive. But however, seed retention will make you be set apart because you're not moving the same. You're not being easily swayed. You're not just paying attention to any and everything. You're paying attention to yourself. You're being focused on what you've got to do. If you're going to the gym, is to work out, not to fool around. And it is obvious, very, very, very obvious on seed retention, the the type of attention you tend to command. And it's not even command, it's just it just happens. Let's just say, like the internet, it just works. You know what I'm saying? And it's like and it's crazy to be experiencing these kind of situations, because I can see it from where I was constantly sexually active to now. The difference is vast. It's crazy. The difference is, I can barely put it into words, but the difference is there. And I can really put it into better context, because when you feel it and when you actually go through these sort of experiences, you tend to obviously take notice and see that something's different. And yes, I can attest for that. And it's not like I'm out here looking for it, because as soon as you stop wanting something, that's when it literally comes to you. I can tell you that for nothing. I can tell you that. I can attest for that, for my own experience. But yeah, that's how it goes. Because anything that's forced isn't really going to work to the best outcome. And as soon as you stop pushing, and you stop resisting, because force is resistance. As soon as you stop pushing and forcing it, the resistance is non-existent. So therefore, when you stop wanting, you start attracting. Does it make sense? No one likes a very needy individual. No one likes a very needy person to need for everything around them, and need for their attention all the time, and need for validation. Obviously that will make you magnetic in turn. So it all ties into the resilience. It all ties into the strength that you commanding, and the strength that you possess, and the life force that you're carrying with yourself. And another thing is, spiritually, you will feel like you will feel so much at peace. You feel so much calmness. And by being calm and being content and being in a state of joy and gratitude, obviously there's no resistance to ascending into a higher state of consciousness. And by saying that, you're not in a state of shame, you're not in a state of grief, you're not in a state of combative nature. You're just present in the moment, and you're vibrating much higher. You vibrate in a much higher vibration, and this can also be felt from people around you. This can also be intuitively sensed. And if you'd like to vibrate higher, that is a big part of it. That is a big step towards ascending. Big step towards not feeling shame. A big step towards not feeling grief. A big step towards not feeling resistance. A big step towards not feeling down on yourself. And a big step towards not feeling so judgmental of yourself to the point of lowering your vibration and not being a high vibrational being. Does it make sense? So yes, it will most definitely get you in touch with your higher self. It most definitely give you a much bigger ambition for purpose. If you feeling down in the dumps and you're not quite seeing things clearly, I can attest from my own experience that when I was sexually active, I'd have a lot of brain fog and I wasn't so present as I'd like to be. Even though I was present, now I can see the difference. Now I can see that my energy was leaky and I was leaking and releasing so often when I was sexually active that I was doing a disservice to myself. But now we all experience these things in order to see the difference as well. So now I can say that I'm in touch with my higher self. I wouldn't change it unless I felt like it was worth it. Does that make sense? And I'm much clearer of my purpose in life. And I'm not gonna be a basher and say, oh yeah, you need to do this, you need to get on this journey. No, I'm just sharing these kind of experiences with you so you're able to see the difference. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm high vibrational now and I've never been low vibrational. No, I can say that I'm high vibrational now because I know that I'd been very, very low vibrational in the past. And I weren't preserving my prana. I wasn't preserving my life force. I wasn't preserving my seeds. I wasn't preserving my semen. It is life force. At the end of the day, it is vitality. And without that kind of without preserving it and without releasing it in the past, I wouldn't have been able to come to this sort of realization of, well, I'm better off not releasing it, and I'm better off not leaking my energy. Understand that a diamond isn't easily attainable, is it? Yet any sort of inexpensive item, let's say a piece of coal, a rock even, is easily attainable, right? People don't want rocks. People want diamonds, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So why would you settle for a rock that's easily attainable, that's everywhere, when you could have a diamond, when you could have something of value within yourself? This is, I'm not even talking about counterparts, I'm talking about within yourself. Because if you're leaking energy and if you easily releasing, then you're gonna be a rock. And rocks are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Do you get it? It's like, be a diamond. Be a diamond in the world of rocks. And walk by example. People might take it as reference. People might take it as inspiration. People might take it as something to ponder on and something to follow. So yes, this goes for men, this goes for women as well. No one wants what's easily attainable. Everyone wants what's scarce. If you make something not easily attainable, someone's gonna make the effort to attain it, right? So boom, there it is. Godful Friday. Here we go. I didn't make it yet. Last week I didn't make a Godful Friday, but I did make a kind of a upload on Saturday, I believe. And yes, you're gonna keep the Godful Fridays coming. You're gonna keep the story times coming as well. I've got a story time on the works, and I will be uploading that either next week or the following week. So stay tuned for that. And keep meditating, keep elevating, and stop hating. If you would like to be high vibrational, that's a very big step towards it. So yes, like, share, subscribe to the Highest Vibe Tribe. Namaste, but I must go. Thank you.